Hi everyone, CoupledAssassin here, and I've got a quick video for you today to give you a quick overview of the AirMech Arena game. The one that we'll be doing today is on the Xbox One. Now this game, in my opinion, is a crossover from sort of Tower Defense and Command and Conquer, but it's on a slightly sort of faster paced environment. So here at the menu options, you've got the following options: play AirMech, i.e. play the game, your help and options, achievements, leaderboards, stats, and an option for Uplay because the game is made by Ubisoft. So on the play AirMech options, you have the following options. So in short, we can get sort of three areas: there's my inventory, shop and player market. With the shop area, we have the various options. You've got within units, as you can see, you can purchase various new units to build, which you'll be using during your gameplay, which we'll be obviously showing you later. Obviously you've got the sort of soldier based units there, air units, ground units, and then sort of units that can do both air and ground. Now you purchase these with sort of money or cash that you actually earn during the game. You also have AirMechs, where you can purchase new and upgraded AirMechs at various prices. Most of them are purchased using diamond, which I'll explain in a second. Ultimates, which are higher skilled units and pilots. Cosmetics, which are just basically graphical add-ons from what I can tell. Boosts are add-ons which can be used during the game to basically boost your skills and weapons. Now AirMech is a free-to-play game, but to buy add-ons and game improvements you use diamonds, which can be sort of purchased at various prices, as you can see. So in my inventory, it's basically a list of all the units and add-ons, as well as AirMechs and pilots that I've owned or that I bought during the game. As you can see, I have a varied selection of items. You can also filter them with the buttons on the left there, as you will see. Another function of AirMech is the AirMech Prime, where for a set price you can upgrade your AirMech game and receive bonus content and things. You can also purchase an AirMech starter pack, as you can see there. Quest is a list of all the goals you have to try and meet, and it shows you sort of what you have to do and how you're going to do them and how much money you will be rewarded. Okay, so let's show you guys some gameplay. So you have various options: solo, i.e. single player, co-op multiplayer, which is against AI, and PvP multiplayer, which is against other live users. In solo play, you have a selection of game modes as well as challenges and tutorials for new players. Co-op and PvP are similar options, however PvP gameplay allows it to be ranked or unranked depending on what you want to do. For this video, we're just going to do a co-op mode. Okay, so we've started the game at our main base here. What I'm doing is I'm creating some units ready to send out. So one of the main units I like to use is the Jokers and the Shooters. The Shooters are basically like snipers, they can shoot from sort of afar. The Jokers are able to shoot sort of land and air-based aircraft. They're also really cheap to develop, so they're sort of one of the main units I like to develop there. So I'm just developing a couple of Jokers there. Basically they build, you can carry your plane, or your AirMech as it is, can carry up to 4 units, and you can create 6 units at a time. If you keep pressing the Y button, it'll keep spawning or recreating whatever the last unit was you created, and then you can just pick them up and sort of drop them off there. So I've created here basically a selection of joke units, which I'm now selecting all by pressing the B button, and then by pressing up I'm sending them to the nearest base to try and capture it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fly with them and give them air support, and then transform into my actual land mech and sort of shoot out a few of the enemies there. As you can see, they're basically shooting out the guys on the top turret. What you'll notice is when you start the game, you have a main base, which is this blue one I have here, and the opposition have the red base, the other end of the map. And basically you move through the map and sort of capture objectives as you get closer and closer. The more sort of objectives you sort of capture, the more units you can create. So at the moment we can create 42. But as you can see, that's now gone up to 54 because we've just captured that base. So moving on to another base we've captured here, and I'm going to create some more units, a couple of the larger tanks here as well as some Jokers. I'm going to create these to basically defend and sort of try and take out the enemy that will be approaching soon. So again, I've selected all these units after sort of developing them, and I'm now sending them out to basically attack for me now. So we're going over to one of the captured bases here that the opposition or the red team have got, and we're just going to destroy their main tank and try and take out their gunners on the top. This way our army and our little soldiers here can now try and reoccupy this base and take control of it for ourselves. So once it's been destroyed, it goes grey, and then our soldiers will then go into it, and they basically go onto the top turret, and the base then turns blue. Just to let you know, when you're crafting things, it doesn't matter which base you craft it at. Once you go to sort of any of the bases, you can pick up your units from there. So as you can see, we're getting attacked here by a couple of the tanks, so I'm just going to take those out. Okay, so what I've done here is I've got a power up and I've got my sort of power sword to try and sort of attack some of these units here. Here comes the enemy and they're going to basically try and take me out. Now you can flip between, like this guy's doing, between your air mech or the land mech. You just press your trigger button and it will flip between the two. So I'm picking up a couple of units here and just dropping them down. So a little bit later on in the game, and one of our bases here is under attack, so the guys on the top are shooting them out. My partner with me, who's another sort of online user, is sort of defending the base and building at the same time as me. Now I've decided that I'm going to create a load of tanks here to basically go and basically take out the nearest base. Obviously as we're a bit further into the game now, the opposition has a lot of sort of powerful units, so we need to use some powerful units here. These are one of sort of the main sort of tanks, one of the more powerful tanks. As you sort of go through the game you can get higher power tanks. But at the moment these are the most powerful tanks I've got, so I'm just going to create a couple of those there. As you can see, some of these sort of soldiers are going off to the base there to try and occupy it. Another thing that I sort of mentioned at the beginning, your main base will basically spawn out 4 soldiers every so often, and as you sort of play in the game you'll notice them walk by as they try and occupy any unoccupied bases or try and attack occupied bases to take occupied position of it. That's a lot of occupies. Anyway, yeah, so here's another one of our bases. It's under attack, so I'm just trying to take out the sort of enemy air mech there. So is my partner. So just starting to develop some more jokers here. I'm going to develop sort of quite a big sort of little team here that I can sort of send out and basically attack. Got a couple of them to sort of set it up. So we're just flying down now to see sort of what defences the enemy base has got, to sort of attack it from behind, try and knock some of its health off. If you look at the 2 bars at the top, you've got a blue bar and a red bar. That's the health of your main base. So basically the idea of the game is to basically take away the health of your opposition or your enemy. So just crafting a couple more jokers now to sort of send out there. Ideally, when you're going to go for the main base, you need to have sort of quite a big army behind you, or you need to have, like in our example, as we've done, taken control of all the main bases. That has a couple of benefits to you. A, you've got sort of more bases where you can create more units. It also means that sort of when they sort of attack back, the only base that they can sort of spawn from is their main base at the bottom there. So it means that all the enemies are all in one place. You won't be sort of taken from the sides or anything like that. So as you can see here, I'm just basically getting as many units as possible, so we can just go on a sort of full out assault against the base. As you can see from the background there's some more units that are coming down, which I believe my co-op partner has actually created, so he's sending them down to the base. He's going up and grabbing a couple of his units to take down. Now what I like to do is to actually create my units and then send them out. However, you can, like I said before, you can carry 4 units, so you could pick up all your units, take them to the base, drop them off, come back, pick them up, drop them off, etc, etc. Depending on the type of units, sort of like the jokers I'm doing here, that wouldn't really work. By the time you drop them, they should be destroyed if there's only 4 of them. With sort of the bigger tanks, you could do, but with larger objects, you can carry sort of usually about 2 of them. So I'm sending them off now, and hopefully we'll be able to take over this base and hopefully win the match. So we're down at the base now, as you can see, and they're just all out shooting and assaulting it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go around here and basically take out their units so they don't destroy mine. I can imagine in a minute the team's AirMechs are going to come in and start to try and destroy my units. Hopefully they won't come and try and attack me, because at the moment I'm right behind the base, they can't get shots on me. I say they can't get shots on me, they've all now started to shoot me. It's my own fault for sort of moving out, but I've got enough health, so it's fine. So yeah, there's my partner trying to shoot for us. Now he's got quite a powerful gun there, which uses quite a lot of damage, but he can only sort of fire in sort of one straight line, while as mine sort of, as you can see, that the bullets got to go everywhere. And they're taking a lot of damage. Any minute now I think we're going to take control of this base and destroy it, and we will win the match. I don't know why their AirMech is attacking them, not trying to take me out, but fair enough. And there we go, we've won. We've got a co-op victory there. As you can see, we've just hit another objective that I was talking about earlier. So we've got some coin and some credits there that we can spend later. That was it, that's the basic video of it. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to see more videos. Thank you very much.